Oops. Sorry, boys and girls. I was coming over to talk about taking care of books, and I tripped and fell. Sometimes, your books will fall out of your hands, but make sure you're always carrying them with two hands. You could cross your body, you could put it under your arm to hold it. I know we've been talking about taking care of books for the last few weeks. It's important you take care of books because sometimes if you don't make the best choices, or you don't hold the book correctly, they start to fall apart. I wanted to show you some of the books that are falling apart in my library because all of the books that you see here on the table are books that the book doctor has to work on. I have this book, it's a Dr. Seuss book, and what happened with this book is that the spine fell apart. And if the spine falls apart, the pages come out of the book. It's really important that you take care of the spine of the book because the spine is what keeps the book together. If you look at this book, this is one of my favorite books when I was a little kid. And every time I went to read it, I would open up the book. But I didn't know that I shouldn't open it up too far. If I was opening up the book, I should have known that I needed to make it look like a V. Very good. The book should stay looking like a V. If it opens up bigger than it should, then you're actually putting a lot of pressure and a lot of things will happen to the spine that way. Make sure you keep the book really, really, really careful in your hands so that as it opens up, it stays looking like a V. Very good. But I wanted to show you this book because it's been dropped a few times. If you look at the sides, they're all starting to fall apart. If you look at the corners, they're all starting to fall apart. A lot like these books. A lot of the times you're going to see damage in the corner of books because they're being banged around when you're getting them back at your house, or they're being bumped on the bus, or they might be dropped. This book's been repaired with a lot of tape already, but I still needed to add more tape on today. Sometimes the spine of the book starts to fall apart. I showed you this book last week. What I'm going to need to do with this book is I have to add book glue on the inside of this book to keep it together. And then I have to put clips in, and then I have to do a little bit of other things just to make sure that the book is going to stay safe. Make sure when you open up your books you keep them looking like a V, because if they open too big, that's what happens. The books that are over here are books that I'm adding into the library. I'm going to tell you more about those very shortly. But these books, they don't have any stickers of them. So I have to put a sticker over here on the spine. I have to add a barcode sticker. And then I have to add stickers around every corner of the book to keep the corner safe. It's a lot of stickers. So make sure when you're taking these books home, you're being really careful with them so they stay looking brand new. The books that are right in the front, let me show you. These right here. I'm going to share with these about what you could do to make sure that we don't have to be fixing books. Like these books right here have some of the spine labels peeled, and this book right here has the cover of the book peeling all the way up. So make sure you make really good choices in the library. I'm going to show you how I fix books. Boys and girls, I'm back with you, and I wanted to share with you in a really nice perspective about what we actually do when we work on these books. Mr. Salvia is here with me, and we're going to be working to add some stickers onto these brand new books. You can notice there's no barcode on this book. I'm going to be adding a barcode, and Mr. Salvia is adding a sticker onto the spine so you know where that book goes in the library. So I want you to see all the work that goes into what we do here in the library, because here's a barcode sticker, and there's a sticker going onto the spine. So then once we put these stickers on, we have to put special tape over the top of them so they stay. So there's special tape going there. And then this is special tape that goes over a barcode. I peel this off, and it protects the barcode. So that's why I ask you to keep your fingers off the barcode, because the barcode is what helps us keep the book into the library. And so now Mr. Salvia has fixed the spine of this book. So now I can see on the spine of this book the letter C. So we know that belongs in the C's. Now I got another book. You've been seeing The Cat in the Hat. You have an old version, and then you have a brand new version. So maybe you're noticing what is different about these. Yes, there's a barcode that needs to go on them. Let's look at the spine. That's right, we need two different stickers, right? We need the S
and we need the Dr. Seuss hat. So we're going to be working to add those so this book stays safe. So I might take these corner labels, and Mr. Salvia is working on the Dr. Seuss hat. And all of these stickers help the book stay safe in the library. So here's the corner of this Dr. Seuss book that now is more protected. And now we're going to add an S here. And this S gets special tape. Thank you for paying attention as we get these books added into the library. And now I'd like to show you some books that are right over to my side that have been damaged while being in the library because some people were peeling stickers or putting their fingers in some bad spots on the book. So let me share these books with you. So these books here are really popular books. This is Diary of a Spider, but I want you to notice something about this Diary of a Spider. Someone had put their fingers inside and they pulled up on the page. So please keep your fingers out of the covers of these books because that damages the protection on the book. So we're going to work to tape that back. And as Mr. Salvia works on that, I have a spine label that got peeled. So it's not really that clear anymore. You can probably tell it's still a Pets book. But what I then have to do is find my pet stickers. And every kind of book in my library has a sticker, so it's really important that we keep these stickers looking nice and new. And then we put this sticker on. And then we get the special tape. And we work to make this book look new again. Make sure you remember to take care of the books and definitely the spine because that's what keeps our books looking new. And then check out these books. You can see there's different colors on the side of these books because they've been falling apart. And so I'm going to spend some time working on the spine of this book because it's starting to peel up. And then you can tell that this book needs all kinds of fixing because the corners have been bumped a lot and you're starting to see it fall apart. So this is my special tape that's really, really protective. And I peel it off and it's really thick. And I have to work to make sure all these pieces fit nicely onto the book. So I have to do all kinds of different cutting. Ooh. I have to do different cutting in different areas to make sure that the book is protected for the next kids. And that's a lot of work when you're talking about lots of books in a library. This is the most work that Mr. Salvia and I do a year because it takes us a lot of steps. We have a lot of different pieces to work on the spine of these books. And I know you remember these from our lesson because these books were held a little bit more than a V. Books stay safe when they're like a V, but if they bend more than they should, they start to open and tear. So here you can see the spine, and the pages stay together inside of here. So Mr. Salvia and I are going to work on gluing these pieces back together. So there's glue that we squeeze on the inside, and it's good book glue. It's not regular glue like from your desks. And then that glue goes inside, and then we take this, and we kind of squeeze this through to make sure that all the glue is touching all the pages, because that's what keeps those pages together. It's the glue now, because the spine needs to be strong again. So we spread that out, then we put those pages back together, and then once those pages are back together, I have to come over to my glue. I'm going to throw some glue over the spine on the inside. And I like to sometimes add tape to make sure that that glue stays inside.
Glue here?
Mm-hmm. So we'll put a piece here. And we might do another piece on that other side too. And we'll put a piece here. And now that we have the tape and the glue inside, then we have these different clips that we clip onto the spine to make sure that it stays really, really tight so it glues back together. So me and Mr. Salvia are going to work on this book too. But remember, if you're taking care of your books, you'll be able to help me in the library so that there's a little bit less that we need to be fixing and more that we could be having a good time with. Remember, boys and girls, you can keep your books safe with your book baggie, and you can keep them safe with holding them with 2 hands. Thank you very much. Have a great day.